I think this hall is fantastic. It's dangerous to play too loud. And for me, the quality of an orchestra is in a piano and not in loud fortissimo. It's very easy to play loud. It's very difficult to play soft. And a very good piano, soft piano, but with sound and live, with 100 people, this is so exciting. And we worked a lot on that, and to respect all the dynamics. And I said to them a lot, you know your hall better than I do, that the quality is that. And I was very impressed because we worked a lot on Brahms, the symphony. They know the symphony, but they have patience. And we worked on Hänsel and Gretel. It was different because I never played it, I think. It was absolutely new. And it was very, very easy. I tried to explain the story of Hänsel and Gretel for this ouverture. It's funny for me because in Germany and in Austria, I work a lot there, every child knows this music. Yeah? They sing that at home, they sing that at school. And, but here it was very interesting for me to explain, oh, this is the witch, this is the children, this is... They were just good, and they took it very fast and very. No, it's good.
Yeah, I just learned that Hänsel and Gretel it's the third most played opera in German Europe, after some operas by Wagner and Richard Strauss.
Yes,
and it was a surprise to me having lived here all my life.
Every theater, more or less, plays Hänsel and Gretel for Christmas time. And they did a new production in the Wiener Staatsoper. I think Tillermann did it 2 years ago. And I conducted a lot in the Wiener Volksoper in my young time. And I remember with my daughter, it was for her finally Hänsel and Gretel, And then it was Fledermaus later. But it's fantastic music. He was not a student, but he was a disciple from Wagner.
Yes.
Wagner was his mentor, and he went to rehearsal of Parsifal, and you can hear in this music. Yes. And that's very interesting to do it, this German part, and then Brahms. Yeah. That's good.
It was Richard Strauss who performed or conducted maybe the first performance of...
This I don't remember. I think the first performance was in Frankfurt.
Maybe.
Oh, good question. I should learn it. But all the good composer thought it was a good piece. It is a good piece. Yes. You have a lot of recording with fantastic singers. Yeah. And Solti did it, and Karajan did the overture, Tillermann, all the people before and now. And you know what? It's very tricky to conduct, not the overture, but opera. It's very tricky to sing and to play. Okay. It's not easy, but it's so exciting.
So there was like a little fairy tale moment for the orchestra today, because you were telling them, and
absolutely,
this is
and
witch.
This is a witch, this is the children, this is a prayer, and this is the end. These are children at the end, and I think it helps.
Yeah, the theme of this year's concert season is German music with the Helsinki Philharmonic, and this week's concert is really like a concentrate of that theme. There is Hänsel and Gretel by Humperdinck, or the overture, Brahms' Second Symphony, and then a piece by a living German composer.
Yeah, Jörg Wittmann.
Yeah.
We know each other very good. I conducted a piece from Jörg in Vienna with my orchestra, Radio Symphony Orchestra. It was a couple of years ago. Okay. But the first time I will conduct with him playing the clarinet, and I'm very excited. We are good friends, and this is a new aspect of German music, But it's very interesting because he's a good fantastic clarinetist, he's a good composer, fantastic composer. I don't know how he's doing all that, but and he composed so much.
Yes. Yeah.
And we have this romantic Humperdinck, this Brahms, which is, after classic, pre-romantic, and one maybe of the most joyful symphony. It's
once he had his first symphony out of the system, and he dared to write a symphony. Then
the dramatic
liberation,
and then we have this kind of liberation.
Yeah.
And this is, I said to the orchestra, the beginning of Hänsel and Gretel, it's Christmas, and the beginning of Brahms is Christmas.
Yes.
Maybe the Elegy will be Christmas too. We'll see.
Yeah. Is there other qualities with the old German orchestras that they have sort of in their DNA that other orchestras up here north, for example, that they have to sort of learn because they haven't gotten it from their, mother's milk? And what are they?
I think this is the good sense of tradition. I hate this word, tradition, normally, because tradition can be very heavy, can be traditional, and it's sometimes, I think the human being is not able to change. It's not in the body and the meaning to do. I would do something else. You have to convince yourself and then to convince the musicians. But I think people like Kleiber or Harnoncourt or all these people doing different ways helped us a lot. Helped the orchestra a lot. If you hear now the Wiener Philharmoniker, I did with them a lot of Mozart. They play Mozart not like they did 50 years ago. They know they had to do this evolution. And this is very important. And I had a strange experience, good experience in Budapest, for example, with the Orchestra National Budapest. We played a piece of Liszt with Orpheus. And every time I do this piece, the end, it's very difficult because there's strings and you have to do this very soft. And when you are with no other orchestra, you have to work it. And this orchestra never played Liszt, even in Hungarian. And the first reading, this was perfect. And I said, but why? It's not the body. No, it's the art. They have the bowing very soft. And then I did Schubert with them, and this was hard. Because with this kind of bowing, you can't do Schubert. And I thought, do I have to convince them to play Schubert like we do in Vienna? Or can I take this tradition for Liszt to learn something? And I decided to do that, And I said to another orchestra later, for this place, do like in Hungarian, put your bowing softer. And this is tradition. But now, the people travel a lot. You have a fantastic school in Finland. The conductor school is unbelievable. I think with all this internet, with all YouTube and all this, you have that, it's easier to get the repertory. And then it has to come from the teachers. This is kind of dynamics from learning what it was before. But sometimes it's good to not have this in milk, to be more open. I don't come from a musician family. It was not, I had to convince my parents, but it was a chance because I had no tradition, music tradition home. I was able to be free, or to try to be. I didn't have to convince to be free.